We are with Representative Sharon Wylie with the 49th District. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
So we have a lot of things to talk about. First, you got two bills in the Senate, and one of them has already been scheduled for a hearing.
Right. And that bill is the one that requires that people appear on the ballot even though there's only two. And that allows people in special elections especially to have more time to reach out for the voters.
Now, another one of your bills that you care a lot about and that didn't pass out of the House is okay. It's okay that it hasn't passed out of the House. Tell us why.
Well, if it's necessary to implement the budget, i.e. it has a revenue stream or anything to do with money, then it becomes part of the final budget discussions. And that bill, because we pay a fee for our license plates, it qualifies for that. And this is a bill that has turned out to be, I think, a bill that several useful things can be accomplished with it. I started out trying to reduce aggravation for people by removing the requirement that people change their license plates every 7 years, whether it needs it or not. What we're doing instead is the license plates will change when you sell the car. And the other piece that was concerning is that when people get their tabs, they can either donate to our state park system, which is getting almost no general fund money and is on a track to become self-sufficient through fees and donations, and sale of the Discover Pass. There will be some incentives and encouragements to make sure that those that people know about those Discover Passes and the opportunity to donate.
Okay, great. And so now let's talk about, you had a very successful town hall meeting on Saturday.
Probably the most interesting and the best that we've ever had. Instead of just talking about all of our individual issues, we took on one of the big issues in the community, and that is the issue of the Columbia River crossing, the I-5 bridge, and the issue of light rail. And there's been so much information that is incorrect and confusing, and because it's more imminent and getting more publicity, a lot of folks that haven't been paying attention are now really curious, and so it's really important to get good information out. What we did is we had the director of the Oregon side of this project and the director of the Washington side of this project, plus people from our own community who have been involved with this from the beginning, and people from our business community to talk about what it means for economic development, and one of our local commuters. So we had two panels with Jim Moeller and Annette Cleveland and I basically helping to answer the questions, sort of managing the process. And so we had really good information from the point of view of the people that have been working on it, and then volunteers that have been at the table from the beginning. And more importantly, we collected questions. As people came in, they filled out cards, and they were able to fill out cards throughout the entire 2.5 hours. We didn't get through them. People had so many questions that we are going to be following up and listing all of the questions that were asked. We'll be consolidating them because some of them were the same question, but providing accurate answers to all of them with clarity on whether it's our opinion or whether it's factual, and putting that on the website. And it's going to take a little bit of time to do that. But this is a very, very important issue for our community and for our future. And so we decided, instead of talking about our little bills and our little issues, this is a huge issue for the community, and we need to be involved in it together.
And you're also having a telephone town hall. Tell us about that.
Well, the telephone town halls are turning out to be a very affordable and very effective way to reach people. They reach as many as 9,000 people. It means that people can participate in the comfort of their own home, and we don't have to spend money renting a large hall, which makes it very, very useful. Representative Moeller and Senator Cleveland and I will all be there, so we will all be able to respond. And apparently a lot of folks get to ask questions, a lot of people listen, and we've gotten very good feedback on how useful it is.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And yeah, folks should definitely visit your website to get those handouts and information on the coming up telephone town hall.